Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Three of Swords. You have recently made a decision. You've recently come to a decision in your life that you needed to walk away from something. You needed to walk away from family members. You needed to walk away from people that maybe you thought had your best interest at heart, but actually didn't. You are redefining what love and what family is. And it feels like you have changed direction. You have kind of like made a decision and gone a different route. And it feels like you have maybe hurt people's feelings. You have maybe caused them to maybe see the error of their ways. You're causing a lot of grief right now in others' lives. And you also could be facing this grief right now. You also could be upset about like the decisions that you had to make or the people that you had to leave behind on this journey. And it feels like you just knew that you couldn't remain in the environment that you were in. You couldn't remain around the people that you were in and continue to act like it wasn't affecting you. Knight of Cups. You had one person in particular that you thought was potentially like a prospect in your life. Like you thought this is a masculine energy. It felt like you were dealing with somebody that you thought felt the same way that you did in regards to family, maybe felt the same way about how you wanted your kids to be raised, how you wanted your family environment to feel, how you wanted it to be. This person could have agreed with you on a lot of things. This person could have maybe had very similar beliefs and visions for family as you did. And it feels like this person like disappointed you in like ways you can't even describe. This person had a lot of pride and they were so emotionally immature that you couldn't help them and you couldn't make them see what they were not seeing. Ace of Wands. So yeah, you had to start without them. You had to move on without them. You had to start doing what you were meant to do on this path and this purpose without them. You thought maybe this person was going to be like your ride or die, or the person that you were meant to like to do all of this with and to help your family with. But this person just was so disappointing that you had to choose yourself. You had to choose to walk the path alone. And you are grateful that you are still standing, and you are grateful that you have the power within you to walk this path alone. You have a very strong character and you have a very strong inner voice. And you have a lot of wisdom. You've learned a lot in this world. You need somebody that is not afraid to walk this path with you. You need somebody that is not afraid to stand up to other people, not afraid to speak their opinion, not afraid to be authentically themselves. And the person that you wanted to go on this journey with, it felt like they were so fake. They had this fake idea of how things were going to pan out, but they were just fake. They were so immature. They couldn't regulate their own emotions. They couldn't show up for you in the way that you needed. And it feels like it has given you more power on this road alone. It has given you more strength on this road alone, because you now know like that would have been the end of you if you went with this person. That would have been the end of you. This person is sick. This person is sick. And it's funny because you have met this person at one time in your life before. These souls that you've been encountering, these very important souls that are coming into your life, you've met them earlier in life in different scenarios, with different people. You have seen them before. But this past person, this masculine, you couldn't put your finger on when you met them before, or when you saw them in life, or when you had a previous experience with this person. And you were racking your mind. It feels like you knew this person from somewhere, and you knew they reminded you of somebody, but you like couldn't put it together. And then the memory came, and then the memory finally came of who this person really was. You've seen this person without their mask on many years ago. It feels like this masculine tried to hurt, stalk, and harass you in some way, and this person wanted to hurt you physically. This person is scary, and you remembered immediately that fear is what brought that memory back to you of how far this person would go if they didn't get their way or if somebody pissed them off. And this person showed you their true colors. They showed you the mask they maybe have worn in these recent years with you. But you saw this person for who they were that day. This memory came back to you recently, and it's funny because this person is so weak. And this person tries to scare women. This person tries to make women fear them. And this person has done this past year or so with you, trying to get you in trouble in some way with the law, in some way legally. They've been trying to get you in trouble. And you've been wondering, like, why don't they just leave me alone? You know, like, why it doesn't work. You know, we don't like each other. Why don't they just leave me alone? But this person can't leave you alone. Nine of Wands. This person couldn't, because this is who this person is. They wanted to incite fear within you. They wanted to make you scared. And they tried to do the same thing this past year. This masculine energy. And it's because you set boundaries with them. It's because you told them that you didn't like them and you didn't want to be with them. And it's funny because the memory has just come back to you recently of who this person really is. It's so funny how that works out. You know who this person is to their core. You know that this person is a fat, miserable, lazy piece of shit. You know that this person likes to try and scare women. But when they are confronted by another man, they run with their dick between their legs. And that is so embarrassing. It is so embarrassing to be this person. Like, this person should feel embarrassed and should know that they look weak and stupid. That they are literally trying to pick a fight with somebody that they can't beat. You had to come to realize that you were stronger than this person. And it's funny how the tables have turned. It's funny how the fear is now on the other side. It's funny how now they feel weak and feeble, like the little girl that was crying in her car, trying to get away from this psycho following her. This person is not strong. This person is disgusting and likes to hurt women in any way that they can. And you have learned that. And this has fully made you see this person and the monster that they actually are. Judgment. And you've accepted it. You've accepted this person for who they are. This person is somebody that will never change, that will never see the error of their ways. This person likes to be exactly who they are. And they may not like being seen in this way, but it is who they are. And now it feels like everybody around them is kind of seeing it too. You feel very sad for this person. You feel a lot of pity for this person because of maybe how they were raised, how they were made to feel about women. But you can't help this person, and you never could. The divine almost shows you these memories, shows you these past experiences that you had that you couldn't remember until a certain moment. It's funny how they open your eyes to things at the right moment, at the right time. You now know that this person is unhinged. This person is unstable. And yeah, you can't help them. And you refused because you've already seen how far they've went with you just cutting them off. Who's to say what'll happen if you piss them off in a much worse way? Yeah. You pray for this person. You pray for this person and you pray that they find happiness and healing. You pray that they find themselves. This person will probably try to hurt you for the rest of your life because of this. Okay. If this message resonates with you, comment below. If you want to get a personal with me, link is in my bio.